name is Kara Mezek. I'm a branch assistant for the Wycomico Public Libraries at the Center Branch. Today we're going to be doing our cozy crafting program. And for today's craft, we're going to be doing Q-tip flower pictures, and I'm going to show you how to use this technique to make some lilacs. So for our craft today, you can use tempera paints or acrylics. I'm actually going to be using both. You'll want to have something to mix your paints on, so I just have basic paper plates here. Cardstock will work best for this craft. I have my paints aside, and of course you'll need some Q-tips. And if you want, it might be a good idea to put some plastic wrap or something to save your workspace. So starting out, I already have my paints mixed. I'm just going to grab one Q-tip, and I'm going to start by making my lilac stems. I have two different tones of green here, which we will be using both. So pretty basic, you just want to draw a slightly curved line. Don't add too much pressure with the Q-tips. When you're drawing the stem, you also want to go about halfway up your paper. Alright, so I have three halfway up my paper and they're curved lines. So now for the leaves on this, you're actually going to make a heart shape. So we'll draw this very, very small stem. And then attached to that stem, we're going to just simply make a heart shape. Alright, so your heart-shaped leaf should branch off of your stem right about here. And of course you can add as many as you'd like. I'm going to add two. I'm going to add 2 leaves on each flower stem. Alright, so that step is completed. So you should have leaves branching off of your stems. So now we're going to begin the lilac process. So you want to grab 2 or 3 fresh Q-tips. Simply bunch them together, make a triangle. So you want to have 2 colors ready for your lilacs. We're going to just start with one. I'm starting with the lighter color pink. You want to dab any excess off just once. And then we're going to start simply making dots all down our stem. Make sure that you're doing it fairly close together. We want it to look a little clustered together. You're going to work your way down less than halfway, so maybe about a quarter of the way down your stem. So they should start to be looking clustered together, about like this. And so you'll want to repeat the process. It's easiest to do the first color all at once. So I've done my first one, so now I'm going to move on and begin to complete my second. Make sure you're adding enough pressure so that your dots don't spread. And moving on to our final one. Alright, so we have completed our first 3 steps. We have our stem, we have our leaves, and now we have our lilac buds. So now we're going to add our final color to our lilacs. So more Q-tips. So now I'm going to be adding a little bit of a lighter color. So I have a very light purple, almost more like a periwinkle color that I'm using. Remember, we're going to dab off the excess. Now we're not going to be blending, we're simply going to be applying another layer to our current color. And for this, you can either do your second color on one side, or you can blend it together, as in you're actually adding subtle pops of this color to your current purple. I'm going down both sides on mine. Alright, so what I have here, I went around both sides of my current lilac, and then I added some extra to the top to give it more of a point. And I'm going to repeat that process with my other 2 flowers. So while our 2 layers are drying, the final step is we're going to go back to the stem. We're going to darken it up a little bit. So I have my darker shade of green that I'm going to add, and I'm simply going to add one thin line to the middle of my stem just to give it some color texture. And then you can add lines to your leaves. I'm going to lighten up a little bit more. All right, so now you have a completed lilac garden. And thank you so much for joining us at the Waikambika Public Libraries for our Cozy Kitchen Craft. We will see you next time.